The rain was pouring down, the wind was howling like someone was screaming. The lights in every house in the village were out, the windows closed, the doors locked. But in one window, a small candle was burning. Its flickering light was like a prayer in the darkness of the storm. But someone was watching that light, someone who was not from this village. And that person was moving toward that candle, slowly and dangerously quietly. Rain slammed against the small cottage, each drop sounding like tiny fists on the old wooden walls. Outside, the night was pitch black, the storm roaring through the narrow lanes of Ashford Hollow, a sleepy English village that rarely saw visitors, especially on nights like this. Emily Carter sat by the window, shielding the flickering flame of a single candle with her palm. The power had been out for hours. The rest of the village had gone dark long ago, houses locked, curtains drawn tight, but Emily kept her candle burning. It wasn't much, but maybe, she thought, it could help someone lost in the storm. The candlelight danced across her face, casting both warmth and loneliness in equal measure. Since her father's passing 3 months ago, the cottage felt too big, too empty. Mrs. Hill had told her to move into town, to be nearer to people, but Emily couldn't leave. This was home. Just as she adjusted the candle closer to the window, a faint movement caught her eye. Through the sheets of rain, across the cobbled lane, she saw a figure. At first, she thought it might be one of the neighbors. But no, it was too tall, too slow. The figure stopped in the middle of the road, staring directly at her window. The candle's flame quivered, and for a moment, so did her heart. Emily hesitated. Should she wave? Call out? Before she could decide, the figure began walking toward her house. A knock echoed through the door, sharp, deliberate, almost out of place against the storm's chaos. Emily's breath caught. Nobody visited at this hour, especially not strangers. She gripped the edge of the curtain, peering again outside. The man was standing there, soaked to the bone, his face shadowed by the brim of a drenched cap. "Miss," a deep voice called from outside, I saw your light. Could I come in? Just for a moment, please." She froze. Something in his tone was pleading, but there was a weight to it too, as though he carried more than just the rain on his shoulders. "Who are you?" she asked, voice trembling. "My name's Daniel. I'm passing through." Got caught in the storm. Emily's instincts screamed caution, but another part of her, the part that refused to blow out the candle, told her to help. Slowly, she unlatched the door. Daniel stepped inside, dripping water onto the worn wooden floor. His gaze swept over the room, lingering on the candle by the window. "You shouldn't keep that there," he murmured. Emily frowned. "Why not?" He met her eyes. "Because sometimes, light draws more than just the lost." Her stomach tightened. "What do you mean?" Daniel didn't answer. Instead, he moved toward the window, peering out into the storm. "You live alone?" Before she could respond, a second knock rattled the door, louder this time. Emily and Daniel exchanged a sharp glance. Mrs. Hill's voice called from outside, urgent and trembling. "Emily, blow out that candle. Now?" Emily's hand hovered near the flame, but something told her the night had only just begun. The storm had only grown wilder, rattling the window frames. Emily pulled Mrs. Hill inside, locking the door behind her. The older woman's face was pale, her grey hair plastered to her forehead. "You have to put that candle out," Mrs. Hill insisted, eyes darting toward the window. Daniel shifted uneasily. "Why? What's going on?" Mrs. Hill glanced at him, suspicion sharp in her gaze. "You're not from here, are you?" He shook his head. "Just passing through."